Good morning, amazing learners, and welcome to class today. I hope you're doing very fine. I am Esther Olowo, your English language teacher. You're welcome to another interesting episode of today's lesson. This video is proudly brought to you by KIDULTS virtual learning platform. Today, we are going to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of consonant sounds. Consonant sounds. As you all know, that consonant sounds are a very crucial aspect of the oral English aspect of English, and they play a very crucial role in our language learning, helping us forming words and conveying meaning. As you might have known, there are 44 speech sounds in English, and these speech sounds are further subdivided into consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Alright, so of all the 44 speech sounds in English, there are 24 consonant sounds. 24 consonant sounds. These 24 consonant sounds are the sounds that we want to talk about today. So, consonant sounds are sounds that play a very crucial role in learning language, in our spoken English, and it helps us to form words and convey meaning day by day. By understanding consonant sounds, you can improve your pronunciation and communication skills. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to state definition of consonant sounds, mention and identify categories of consonant sounds, give examples of singleton consonant sounds, and identify consonant sounds in words. Let's go over that again. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to state definition of consonant sounds. You should be able to tell us what consonant sounds are, and you should be able to differentiate them from other sounds in English. You should be able to mention and identify categories of consonant sounds. You should be able to mention and identify categories of consonant sounds. You should be able to give examples of singleton consonant sounds. We will be looking at singleton consonant sounds in today's lesson, and you should be able to give examples, and you should be able to identify examples of consonant sounds whenever they are used. Let us begin from the basics. Consonant sounds are speech sounds that are produced with some amount of obstruction of the airstream coming from the lungs at some point in the mouth. Consonant sounds are speech sounds that are produced that occur when the flow of air is obstructed by either the lips or the tongue or the teeth or throat or any part of the mouth at the point of production. Unlike vowel sounds, which are produced with an open vocal tract, when you want to produce a vowel sound, the air coming from the lungs come out freely. Nothing is blocking the flow of air. But by the time you're producing a consonant sound, the flow of air is usually obstructed at some point in the mouth. It is either the lips obstruct it, the teeth obstruct it, the lungs obstruct it, the throat obstruct it at some point in the mouth. Anytime you are producing a consonant sound, there is usually some obstruction of the airflow coming from your lungs at some point in the mouth, and that is what consonant sounds are, and that is what differentiates them from other aspects of sounds. So we will be looking at the categories of consonant sounds. The categories of consonant sounds. There are different ways by which we can classify consonant sounds, based on how they are pronounced, based on how we hear them, and based on the manner of pronunciation of these sounds. So we will be looking at the different categories one after the other. So one, we have the voiced and voiceless sounds. We have the voiced and voiceless sounds. Voiced sounds are sounds that are produced when the vocal cords vibrate. When we produce a voiced sound, a voiced consonant sound, the vocal cords vibrate when we produce a voiced consonant sound. For example, if you produce the sound b, 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 you can know if you put your hand in your throat, you will notice that there is a vibration in your vocal cords. That is how to describe a voiced consonant sound. B, b. There is a vibration in your throat when you pronounce the sound. Okay? So voiceless consonants, on the other hand, do not attract a vibration in the vocal cords. They are called consonants. They are called voiceless consonant sounds because there is no vibration in the vocal cords whenever we pronounce them. Another category of consonant sound is consonant sounds that vary based on their places of articulation. This refers to where the sound is produced. For example, ts, ts. Consonant ts is produced by touching the tongue, by raising the tongue to the upper teeth, while k is produced somewhere at the back of your mouth. K is produced somewhere at the back of your mouth. Then we will look at the manner of articulation. This describes how the sound is produced, how you articulate or produce or pronounce the sound. For instance, is a fricative. I will explain fricative. Is a fricative. D is a plosive. It is pronounced by producing the sound and then releasing the sound with an explosive release. Having been able to classify consonant sounds as either voiced or voiceless based on how the vocal cords vibrate when we pronounce them, we also have some categories of consonant sounds based on their manner and place of articulation. Alright, so I would love to describe these consonant sounds one after the other. There are 5 categories of consonant sounds based on their place and manner of articulation. So let us talk about the plosives. The plosives are sounds that are usually produced by first blocking the airflow entirely. The airflow is first of all blocked entirely, and then it is immediately released suddenly. It is suddenly released after the initial blockage of the airflow. These consonant sounds include p, 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 b, 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 t, 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 d, 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 k, 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 and g, g, g. Remember that when the letters of the alphabet are enclosed in slants like this, like the one you can see on your screen, we call them sounds. By the time they are enclosed in slants, they become speech sounds, as you can see on your screen. Secondly, we have the nasals. The word nasals is formed from the word nose. So next, we have nasals, and the nasals are sounds that are created when the airflow is redirected through the nose. The airflow coming from the lungs, it's redirected to come out through the nostrils. Examples include and So we have 3 nasal sounds. By the time the airflow is coming from the throat, it is redirected to escape through the nostrils, and that is why we call them nasal sounds. Examples are just 3: and Okay, for example, in the word sing, we have sang, sound, sound. Now close your mouth and the sound Feel the vibration and the air coming from your nostrils. That is the airflow moving through your nasal cavity. Next, we have the fricatives. The fricatives. Fricatives are made by forcing air. The air coming from your lungs is forced through a narrow space, creating friction. When fricatives are produced or pronounced, the air coming from the lungs is made to come out through a narrow space. Thereby, friction is created. Examples are and and z. Now let's try the production of and place your upper teeth, place it on your lower lip and blow air out. Okay. You notice the continuous airflow and the friction when you're pronouncing and sound. So they are regarded as fricatives because while producing them, air comes out with a lot of friction as a result of the narrow space through which air is. We also have the affricates. Affricates combine elements of plosives and fricatives, and that is why we call them affricates. They combine both elements of the plosives and the fricatives. They begin with a complete blockage of airflow and transition into a fricative sound. At first, there is a complete blockage of airflow when we are pronouncing affricates. There is an initial complete blockage of airflow, and then there is a transition into a fricative sound. So at first, the airflow is completely blocked, but when the air is coming out from the mouth, there is a friction. There is a friction because the air is just managing to get out through a narrow space. Examples are ch, ch, the CH in the word chair, the CH in the word chair, and the j, in the word judge, the CH in the word chair and the j in the word judge are affricates. Yeah, affricates. Notice how CH starts like tss, tss, tss. So you have ch, ch, and it ends in sh, sh, sh. Okay, so the two sounds, sh, ch, 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 and ch, ch, are affricates. We will continue to examine all these sounds by the time we are looking at the examples of words that we can form through them. Having been able to classify consonant sounds as either voiced or voiceless based on how the vocal cords vibrate when we pronounce them, we also have some categories of consonant sounds based on their manner and place of articulation. Alright, so I would love to describe these consonant sounds one after the other. There are 5 categories of consonant sounds based on their place and manner of articulation. So let us talk about the plosives. The plosives are sounds that are usually produced by first blocking the airflow entirely. The airflow is first of all blocked entirely, and then it is immediately released suddenly. It is suddenly released after the initial blockage of the airflow. These consonant sounds include p, 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 b, 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 t, 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 d, 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 k, 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 and g, g. Remember that when the letters of the alphabet are enclosed in slants like this, like the one you can see on your screen, we call them sounds. By the time they are enclosed in slants, they become speech sounds, as you can see on your screen. Just as I said earlier on, there are 24 speech sounds that are consonants in English. There are 24 consonant sounds in English. Of these 24 consonant sounds, we have some sounds that are made up of just one letter sound. They are just made up of only one letter in them, and we have others that are made up of two letters or special symbols. So for the purpose of this class, we will be looking at the 14 consonant sounds that are made up of just one letter in them. They are made up of only one letter in them, and that is why we call them singleton consonant sounds. The first example here is consonant P. Now, it's a plosive. P is a plosive sound. You can see the immediate release of air that was initially blocked. There's an immediate release, and that is why we call it a plosive sound. Now, we will look at examples of words that contain consonant P. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, the letters that contain the sound have been written in red. So we have consonant P as in pet, as in pull, as in map, as in apply. Pet, pull, map, and apply. We also have consonant B. B as in bet, bath, absent, ability. Bet, bath, absent, and ability. We also have T as in 10, pets, tired, worked. 10, pets, tired, worked. You will notice that ed is what we have in that last word, yet it's sounding as ts. Yes, in speech sounds, when you're doing oral English, all you have to do is to make use of your ears, make use of your listening ability to listen. So sometimes it is not the letter represented, but the sound that is pronounced. Okay, so when you listen very well, you will notice that even though the letters that are represented are different, the sound you are listening to is what you should be mostly concerned about. The sound you hear is more important than the letters you see. So the ed in worked is sounding as ts, So that is why we include it as examples of words that contain consonant ts. Then we have d, as in dad, doll, lived, adore. Dad, doll, lived, adore. Dad, door, lived. We also have consonant k, as in can, kitchen, square, and architect. That last word is usually mispronounced by some people as architect. No, the correct pronunciation is architects. So we have can, kitchen, square, and architects. Can, kitchen, square, and architects. And we have consonant sound g, as in gold, give, angry, together. Gold, give, angry, together. Gold, give, angry, and together. Please, you have to pronounce the word along with me as I pronounce them. When you are doing speech work, you have to get used to the pronunciation of the sounds by regular practice of the words in order to get a good mastery of each of the individual sounds present in the words. So, pronounce along with me: goat, give, angry, together. Goat, give, angry, together. Now we are moving on to the nasals. So the first one here is consonant sound as in man, woman, amazing, important, man, woman, amazing, and important. So we're moving on to the second nasal sound. N, as in nine, man, intelligent, unique. Listen to the n sound in the words. Nine, man, intelligent, unique. We have also consonant letter H as in so we have examples as hug, hat, hotel, alcohol. Hug, hat, hotel, alcohol. Hug, hat, hotel, alcohol. Then we also have consonants sound as in for, tough, tough, information, information, photograph, photograph. Remember I told you that other letters may represent a particular sound. It is not compulsory that consonant sound F should always be represented by letter F. No, some other sounds can be found representing the sound. So some other letters can be found representing the sound. So all you have to do is to listen to the sound produced when you pronounce a particular word, and those are the sounds that will be said to be present in that particular word. So we have for, tough, information, and photograph. For, tough, information, and photograph. We also have consonant V, as in vote, five, hear of, favorite. Vote, five, hear of, favorite. Vote, five, hear of, and favorite. Then we have s, as in song, gets, books, resource. Song, gets, books, resource. Song, gets, books, resource. Then we have consonant z, z. Observe the vibrating nature of the sound. Z, z, z. The examples are zoo, leaves, reason, resource. Zoo, leaves, reason, resource. Zoo, leaves, reason, resource. And we have w, as in one, work, between, question. One, work, between, question. One, work, between, question. We have consonant j, consonant sound j, represented by the letter J. Okay, some people usually make the mistake of referring to this sound as sound j. No, it is not sound j. It is j, as in the word yes. Yellow, young, opinion, yes. Yellow, young, opinion, yes. Yellow, young, opinion. Then we have consonant sound l, as in love, plan, mall, beautiful. Love, plan, mall, and beautiful. We also have consonant sound as in red, right, carrot, giraffe, red, right, carrot, giraffe. You have got to be very careful with this next consonant sound. It is represented by this letter that looks like a small z. Okay, so it is pronounced as z. It's like a vibrating, it's not really a z, it's like a vibrating z. Okay, so we have It is pronounced as j, as in usual, usual, beige, beige, measure, measure, and television, television, usual, beige, measure. So it is wrong to say measure. It is measure, measure, and then television, television. Choose the word that ends with a different consonant sound. Choose the word that ends with a different consonant sound. Option A, laugh. B, tough. C, cough. D, dough. Laugh, tough, cough, dough. Okay, think of the answer. Laugh, tough, cough, dough. Alright, option D has the answer as correct. Option D is correct. It's different from the last sound there is a vowel sound, while we have at the ending of the remaining three words. That is why option D is correct. Identify the word that has a different initial consonant sound from the others. Identify the word that has a different initial consonant from the others. That is, when we're talking about an initial consonant sound, we're talking about the consonant sound at the beginning of the word. Okay, so which word has a different consonant sound at the beginning than others? A, pin. B, knife. C, no. D, knee. Okay, so think about the answer. Think of the answer. Think of the answer. Think of the answer. Alright, the correct answer is pin. Only pin begins with another sound different from others. Knife begins with n. No begins with n. Knee begins with n. While pin begins with p. So it is different from all others. Another question is, identify the word that contains a fricative consonant sound. Identify the word that contains a fricative consonant sound. Option A, kick. B, sheep. C, apple. D, big. Kick, sheep, apple, big. Okay, so look at the initial sounds and let us know the one that contains a fricative sound at the beginning. Okay, okay. Option B is the correct answer. It contains a fricative sound at the beginning, and that is sound sh is a fricative, k is a plosive, apple is a vowel sound, big b is also a plosive. So sh is a fricative. So option B is the correct answer in that question. Okay, we have successfully come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. I would implore you to go and make further researches on these consonant sounds that we have treated in today's lesson, and ensure that you practice more WAEC questions in order to get yourself very acquainted with all the speech sounds that we have learned in today's lesson. I believe that after learning so many more examples, you will be able to get yourself to be a master of each of the speech sounds. Okay, so for questions and inquiries on the speech sounds that we have treated today, or on some other questions or topics that you might have question on, you're free to send me a message on my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp contact has been displayed on your screen. Alright, so do have a wonderful time and take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Bye.